Imagine this. You're 65 years old, lying beside your wife, and for the first time in years she whispers, "Don't stop." Your body feels awake, grounded, responsive, like it remembers exactly what to do. And the catalyst wasn't a prescription or a complicated routine. It was a small scoop of a natural powder, placed on your tongue less than an hour earlier, no pharmacy line, no awkward side effects, just a clean, natural spark that reminded your system how to perform. I'm Dr. Olivia Harper, a men's health clinician with over 3 decades helping men restore vitality, confidence, and sexual strength in ways that align with their bodies, not against them. I've watched men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s reclaim performance they thought belonged only to memory. It's not magic, it's physiology, timing, and a few smart choices repeated consistently. Many men accept declining erections as just aging. Others assume the only answer is a pill. But what if a single, well-chosen natural powder, used correctly, could nudge your circulation in the right direction, fast? What if you could support the same nitric oxide chemistry your body relied on in your 20s? Without flushing, headaches, or that on-a-clock feeling? Today, I'll show you exactly what that powder is, why it works, and why placing it on your tongue unlocks speed and reliability. This isn't hype, it's clear, actionable physiology that any man can apply. Stay with me, because in just a few minutes you'll learn a simple, natural method to help you perform with real confidence, steady stamina, and genuine passion, the kind that makes your partner lean in, not pull away. Before we dive in, tap subscribe and turn on the bell. My goal is to keep you strong, clear-headed, and moving like your best chapters are ahead. If this helps, type 1 in the comments. If it misses the mark, type 0 and tell me what you want covered next. I read every note. Now let's set the stage. Understanding why erections tend to weaken after 60 makes the powder method make perfect sense. Once you see what's actually happening inside your vessels, the solution becomes obvious. After 3 decades of clinical work, here's the pattern. No one loses it overnight. It's gradual. Desire remains, but the body's responsiveness dims, like a light with a dusty dimmer switch. Men often blame stress or just age, but the main driver is circulatory signaling, specifically nitric oxide, NO. Nitric oxide is your bloodstream's open sesame. It tells smooth muscle in blood vessel walls to relax so blood can surge into erectile tissue and stay there. In your 50s and 60s, several shifts occur, baseline NO production drops, vessels stiffen a bit, and enzyme balances change. The result? The signal to fill and hold is weaker, so firmness is inconsistent or fades too quickly. This isn't a failure of masculinity, it's a quiet change in cellular messaging. I think of Robert, 68, who told me, "I love my wife. I want her. My body just doesn't answer on cue." That's not a character flaw, it's biology. No signaling, endothelial flexibility, and microcirculation. And here's the hopeful part. When you support those pathways, the system often wakes up across the board. Better blood flow isn't just intimacy, it's clearer thinking, lighter steps, even a calmer heart because oxygen delivery improves. Bottom line, fix the flow, and you change far more than the bedroom. Now let's talk about the natural powder that supports that very pathway. Not in a forceful, synthetic way, but by feeding the chemistry you already own. The science behind the miracle powder, L-Citrulline. I've seen hundreds of supplements arrive with big promises and leave with quiet refunds. A few, though, hold up under scrutiny. L-Citrulline is one of them. It's a naturally occurring amino acid your body uses to make L-arginine, which is then used to generate nitric oxide. Think of L-Citrulline as supplying the raw materials to fuel your NO engine. Here's why that matters. Some men try L-arginine directly, expecting a straight shot to NO, but the gut and liver tend to break down a lot of swallowed L-arginine before it circulates, so the effect can be inconsistent. L-Citrulline bypasses much of that bottleneck. Your body converts it to L-arginine gradually, which can mean steadier, more reliable NO support and, in real life, a calmer, fuller firmness instead of a quick spike and fade. I'll never forget John, 71, who told me, "I just want to feel like myself." We started a simple L-Citrulline protocol. A few weeks later, he walked in taller. "It's working," he said. "Less strain, more ease, more control." That's what happens when you restore chemistry rather than try to brute force it. And the benefits aren't siloed to erections. Better blood flow supports brain, heart, and muscles. Many men report waking more refreshed, feeling more present during the day, and recovering faster from activity. You're not chasing 25, you're optimizing 65. Now, why the tongue? Because delivery matters just as much as the ingredient. Why putting it on your tongue can work better than pills. Most of us picture swallowing a capsule and waiting. The problem? Digestion can be a detour. Stomach acid, enzymes, and first-pass liver metabolism can reduce what ultimately reaches your bloodstream. Plus, timing becomes unpredictable. Sublingual and oral mucosal absorption offers a clever workaround. When a fine powder rests on or under your tongue, tiny vessels in your mouth absorb molecules directly into circulation, skipping much of the digestive gauntlet. Result: a cleaner, faster onset. With L-citrulline taken this way, many men notice a subtle switching on in 30 to 45 minutes. Warmth in the chest and forearms, a sense of open breath, a steadier pulse of energy, no jitter, no crash, just your native rhythm returning. Precision is another advantage. If you're planning a close evening, you can time the dose with confidence. That sense of control, no rushing, no pressure, often reduces performance anxiety, which itself improves blood flow. Physiology and psychology start working together again. And yes, L-citrulline shines on its own, but combining it with two specific allies can amplify the effect through complementary pathways. How to use it correctly. Technique matters. The right dose, timing, and conditions can turn meh results into, oh, there it is. Form. Choose pure L-citrulline powder, not citrulline malate. That blend is great for the gym, less ideal here. Dose. A practical range for many men is 3 to 6 grams. Beginners can start at approximately 3 grams. Adjust gradually. Method. Place the measured powder on your tongue. Let it rest for 15 to 20 seconds to engage oral mucosal uptake, then swallow with a sip of water. Timing. Aim for approximately 30 to 60 minutes before intimacy. Food. Take it away from heavy meals, ideally 2 hours after eating, to avoid sluggish uptake. Hydration. Drink water steadily through the day. Flexible, well-hydrated vessels respond better. Consistency. Benefits compound. Many men notice baseline improvements over 2 to 3 weeks as no pathways become more responsive even on off days. You can mellow the taste with a splash of tart juice if you like, but many men come to prefer the simple, clean routine. Think of it as tuning, not forcing your system. Ready to take it up a notch? Let's add 2 powders that pair remarkably well with L-citrulline. The supporting powders that supercharge the effect. 3 teammates, 1 goal: fuller flow, steadier stamina, real desire. Beetroot powder. Beetroot is rich in dietary nitrates, which your oral bacteria convert to nitrites and then, downstream, to nitric oxide. This pathway is separate from the L-citrulline arrow L-arginine route, so you're supporting NO from 2 angles. Many men feel lighter, more decompressed about 45 to 60 minutes after a sublingual swish or tongue hold. Tip: avoid antiseptic mouthwashes around dosing. Those can temporarily blunt the helpful oral bacteria. Maca root powder. From the high Andes, maca has a long history for energy, mood, and sexual desire. Rather than acting like a stimulant, it appears to support the brain endocrine conversation that influences motivation, confidence, and interest. Many men describe it as want to energy, not just able to. Put together, L-Citrulline helps open the pipes, Beetroot sustains the flow, and Maca nudges mood and drive. That's body plus mind, aligned. So how do you combine them cleanly and repeatably? After years of testing real-world blends with patients, this simple home mix checks the boxes of taste, timing, and synergy. 2 teaspoons pure L-Citrulline powder, 1 tablespoon beetroot powder, 1 teaspoon maca root powder. Stir them together in a small jar. The beet lends a natural, earthy sweetness that softens the others. When you place a scoop on your tongue, you're activating 3 complementary roots: L-citrulline for NO via L-arginine, beetroot for the nitrate-nitrite NO pathway, and maca for mood/drive. Most men feel a composed lift, not a buzz, about 45 minutes later. Warmer hands, easier breathing, and an "I've got this" calm. Greg, 70, a retired firefighter, put it perfectly. My body and mind finally felt on the same team. That's the aim, presence, not pressure. Let's lock in the timing so you consistently hit the sweet spot. Timing and optimization tips. Solo L-citrulline, 30 to 60 minutes pre-intimacy. Beetroot powder, 45 to 60 minutes pre-intimacy. Remember the oral conversion step. Maca, allow approximately 60 to 90 minutes for peak motivation effects. The stack, all 3, approximately 45 minutes beforehand is a reliable overlap window. Avoid heavy dinners right before. Choose a lighter meal a couple of hours earlier. Lean protein, greens, olive oil, a small starch. Hydrate across the day. Skip alcohol close to the moment since it can dull vascular tone. Set the scene for your nervous system too. Slow breaths, warm shower, unhurried touch. When the parasympathetic rest and receive system leads, blood flow follows. Some men get the best results using the stack 3 to 5 evenings per week for a month to train the pathway, then taper to as needed. Now let's keep it smart and safe. These are nutrients, not drugs, and most healthy men tolerate them well when used as directed. That said, blood pressure meds, L-citrulline, and beetroot can gently lower blood pressure. If you're on antihypertensives, speak with your clinician to avoid going too low. Nitrates/nitrites sensitivity or kidney issues. Consult your clinician first. Mouthwash. Avoid strong antiseptic rinses around dosing time. They can reduce beet to NO conversion. Start low, assess, then adjust. Typical first wins: firmer, more dependable fullness, steadier pacing, shorter recovery. Secondary wins: better morning energy, clearer focus, easier walks, because healthier flow helps every cell. One 81-year-old told me, "My wife says I'm glowing." That's not vanity, it's vitality re-expressing itself. Lifestyle will multiply everything. Let's lock in the habits that make this stick. Lifestyle habits that multiply your results. Daily movement, 30 minutes of brisk walking, cycling, or swimming, improves endothelial function and NO availability dramatically. Circulation smart foods, leafy greens, citrus, pomegranate, garlic, nuts, extra virgin olive oil, and a square of dark chocolate. These feed the same pathways you're supporting. Stress downshifts, 5 to 10 minutes of slow nasal breathing, 4 to 6 breaths per minute. Before intimacy, less adrenaline equals better blood flow. Sleep, protect 7 to 8 hours. Overnight is when testosterone and vascular repair do their best work. Weight and waist, even modest loss around the midsection can boost vascular responsiveness. Alcohol, minimal near the moment, it's a vascular depressant. When men pair the stack with these basics, they stop trying to perform and start wanting to connect. That's the target. Ready to begin? Here's a simple on-ramp. How to start and what to expect. Week 1. Start with pure L-Citrulline, 3 grams, sublingual hold 15 to 20 seconds, approximately 45 minutes pre-intimacy. Hydrate well. Log how you feel, firmness, control, mood. Week 2. Increase L-Citrulline toward 4 to 6 grams if needed. Add beetroot powder, about 1 tablespoon, with the same timing. Avoid antiseptic mouthwash near dosing. Week 3, add Maca, about 1 teaspoon, if you want a boost in desire and steady energy. Keep the journal, subtle gains add up. Ongoing, shift to the performance stack and use approximately 45 minutes pre-intimacy or 3 to 5 evenings weekly to build a higher baseline, then adjust to your rhythm. Expect early changes in the first few uses, warmth, readiness, with more reliable firmness and stamina by weeks 2 to 3. Not every night will be linear. Biology rarely is. Consistency wins. If you're managing medical conditions or medications, loop in your clinician so your plan is personalized and safe. I want to leave you with this. Aging doesn't revoke your manhood. It invites you to steward it more intentionally. Your body still knows how to respond. Sometimes it needs a clearer signal and kinder conditions. We explored L-Citrulline, the amino acid that supports the nitric oxide ignition system, why tongue delivery can feel faster and cleaner than capsules, and how beetroot and maca round out the picture. Better flow, better sustain, better desire. You learned when to take them, how to stack them, and which daily habits turn a good night into a new normal. I've watched men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s rediscover the steadiness in their bodies and the kindness in their touch. Their partners notice first, the spark in the eyes, the patience in the pace, the confidence that doesn't need proving. You're not chasing youth, you're claiming mastery. So here's your invitation. Give this an honest 3 weeks. Start simple, breathe slower, move daily, mix the stack, hydrate, then let your body show you what's still possible. You didn't lose your strength, it just needed a clearer path back. Dr. Olivia Harper.